this main topic has to do with kind of playing out live. So I would say that when you're playing with one of two things. You're playing either with your head or your heart. Stop. I knew he was going there. I knew it. If you're playing with things at a live show, I'm talking about guitar. And anyways, you're either playing with your head or your heart. This right here.
Yep.
Or right here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what are the benefits with playing with your head or your... Are we going to be able to sit through this? All right, I'm going to go into this because you can't talk. All right, playing with your head. All right, so you're thinking of maybe some theory options. You're thinking of some things that like you could do technically, or like things that you're inspired by that you can throw into your music. With your heart, to me, that's putting all your emotion into it. So I would say, as far as like, if you're getting a percentage wise, I try to go like 75-25. 75 with my heart.
You know,
Because I would much rather put emotion into it than technicality.
yeah.
But there's some technicality you have to have.
Yeah, so the other day, Tom Bukovac was talking, and he was talking about, I forgot exactly how he said it, but he was basically like, yeah, if you really want to go out there and prove to somebody you're a real guitar player, you go out there, you hit a note, you bend up to whatever note you're wanting to bend up to, you just hold it, zero vibrato, and just stare them down in the eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of an interesting because it's so simple. Very simple. You bend up to a note, you hold it, you just hang out. And I was thinking about that. I played a gig yesterday. And I was thinking about that yesterday while I was playing. And I was staring some guys in the eyes and just hitting them playing. No. But I was thinking about the simplicity of it. And I was like, I just need to probably play a little bit simpler. And it's going to be more impactful. And just play with your heart. And not be thinking so much about it. And I definitely think that type of mental exercise helps me a ton. Just think simple and just play melodically
With an intention.
with a lot. Act like every note cost you a quarter. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that type of thing really helps me. Where I struggle with it is if I hit a wrong note.
And then you go into default mode.
And then I go into A, default mode. And B, I go into my head so much, I'm just like, what do I do? And then I start like, don't screw up. And I get into that mindset for a little bit until I like work my way out of it, 8 bars later or something. But yeah, I do go into default mode. So sometimes I get playing with my heart enough where I screw up and then like it falls off the rails a little bit. Not that my playing completely falls off the rails, but then I go into default mode. I've hit the reset button, and now I'm playing pentatonic blues again.
Right, exactly.
And then I'm like, oh, that sucks too.
Right.
So I think it's really important to try to play with your heart as much as possible, knowing that there are a few parts in every song that you're going to have to play with your head and know, like, this is the lick. I need to nail this certain section because it's iconic.
Right.
This solo, like I think a lot of times the first half of a solo is pretty iconic. Then I think there's a little middle bit of most solos that are kind of like you could do whatever you want to in there. And then there's the last like 2 bars that are usually like a big lead up to a high note or whatever it is that's pretty iconic also. And that's what I kind of think of when I go to solos. So of course you got to play with your head some, but I do think that if you can get to the point where you can play 80% with your heart and you're just playing, you'll be a much happier guitar player. And I think it'll resonate with other people more. I think people can see it.
Oh, for sure. Well, they can feel it. And like, you talk about, and it's kind of cliche, but like a band's vibe, it all goes into that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if you're just hitting notes for the sake of hitting notes, it's not that inspiring.
No, it is not. No, I was actually in the middle of playing a little solo line in one section yesterday, and that's when that Tom Bukovac thing kind of popped in my head. I was like, what am I doing? Like, hold on for a second, and let's really concentrate on these notes, and like really milk these notes for everything they've got. And kind of like that Jack Pearson thing where he hits a note and he lets it just about die out. And right as it starts to die out, he throws a little bit of vibrato in there, and all of a sudden the note like opens up and blooms again.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of went into some of that stuff. And that helps me. Whenever I start really thinking about the notes and how they melodically fall together, that helps me play with my heart a little bit more, even though I'm kind of thinking about what I'm doing.
Sure.
Like so much of it's, I'm thinking about I'm thinking about how to express what I'm wanting to get across.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
You're thinking about how you can play with yourself.
Yeah. It's very, very confusing. Oh,
You missed it.
I missed it.
Okay. Anyways, so hope you enjoyed this episode. We really think that, we want to make sure that the musicians that watch this, it's like, we're giving you some tips or maybe something to think about. The idea is to just make you more passionate about your playing. Maybe think about it a little bit more. So, anyways, that's the whole plan. So, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll talk to you here soon.
See you guys next week.
See ya.